Cousins, Kim folks, what's good? It's your girl, the Real Life Plug, and I'm back with another story time for the channel. If you're new here, welcome. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and turn those post notifications on so you can be on time for every single cousin walk, every single car ride, every single sit down session. Be on time for the Kim folk link up. Why? Because this is where it's at and this is where you want to be. Period. Okay, so for one, it did get like mad dark. I did wait a little too late. Let's see, is this gonna help? A little bit. It does. Okay. Today is JohnRose's birthday. Actually, before we get into this video, cousins, I'm in the bed. I'm chilling. You feel me? So you already know it's about to be a session. So y'all go ahead, gather up your tools and your supplies, and I'm gonna give you a second to do that. If you don't know what JohnRose is, or what JohnRose Cosmetics is, JohnRose Cosmetics was my first baby, my first business.
We started from the bottom in a trap with no electric. Ooh, coconut oil and shea butter was what I was whipping.
Anyway, Kevin Gates song, try to remix it real quick. JohnRose was my first baby. I started my cosmetics line when I was living in Virginia with a really good friend of mine. And at the time, when I moved to Virginia, I was not ready to be living on my own. I was not ready to be out of the house. I really was not ready. I really was not ready for the things that being grown and being on your own entailed of. And so I was staying with a friend, and I knew all the right words to say to portray it like, you know, I was ready to be there and I could handle my responsibilities and things like that. But I couldn't. There was also a situation that transpired prior to that. So I was still like dealing with that mentally and emotionally and trying to bounce back from that financially. And so basically, long story short, I wasn't paying my half of the bills. Everything was on this person, like everything. She was doing everything. I could only muster up enough strength to go to work enough just so that way I had money to put gas in my car and pay my car insurance, and I didn't even have a phone at the time. At the time, I was driving a 2009 smart car coupe. I wish I could put it right there for y'all so y'all could see. I might get a little bit adventurous and try to figure that out, upload, you know, or download an app and figure out how to put it right there. But if I don't, my bad, just Google it. Smart car coupe. I wasn't really working. I wasn't taking care of my responsibilities, and everything was on her. At some point, that became too much for her. You know, she had a kid and everything, you know, and it wasn't fair to the kid. It wasn't fair to her family, having to ask them for money and shit like that. So I was like, you know what? I can't figure out how to get myself out of this depression, out of this rut. So our lights got cut off. We didn't have no water. We didn't have no food. We had food, but like we didn't have food.
Struggle meals.
I was in the shower one day. Oh, this was right before the electricity got cut off.
The first time. Maybe the second time.
I was in the shower. We didn't have any hot water in Virginia. I don't even fucking remember how that shit go, but we didn't have hot water. We only had cold water. So I plugged up my speaker and I put on some worship music, and I was in the shower for longer than an hour, crying and praying and asking God, like, don't show me how to get out of this, because I know that this is going to get figured out. Show me how to never, ever be in this situation ever again. I don't come from the type of family where I can just be like, Mom, Dad, can you fix it for me? I don't come from money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I come from a relatively poor background. Like, there's no other way to say that shit. Low class, low class, however you want to say that shit. We did not get food stamps.
We had food stamps at one point in life. One point, like, I may have been 11 years old, but anyway, I'm getting sidetracked from the story.
I asked God, I said, show me how to never be in this situation ever again. And I went to sleep that night. I had a dream about a business. I'm like, can't start a business? I ain't got no money. Like, what you talking about? Next night, same dream. He woke me up out my sleep. I said, okay, God, what is this? Like, what to do? Like, what is this? And I wish I had the notebook here with me, but I don't. Y'all know I stay getting sidetracked. The notebook has the blueprints and the original plans. I just can't remember them all off the top of my head. It's been 5 years, y'all. And I'm like, what do I name the business? Like, what is the business even going to be? And so because I couldn't sleep, I just got on YouTube and I was just watching like how to start a business, how to start a business from nothing, how to start a business with no money. And that's when I got into like the healthcare, not the healthcare, the skincare and things like that with coconut oil, shea butter, like home remedies and things. And my mom was about to go to Kenya on a missions trip, and I really wanted her to have something to take to the children of Kenya from here because they cherish the smallest of things. It could be a pen cap, a button, anything. Anything that somebody gives them, they're appreciative of it. So I wanted her to have something that was going to enhance them, something, like, lip balm. They were lip balm. Little girls hold on lip balm forever, forever, ever. I made the lip balms. And it started with the lip balms, and then I worked my way into the shea butters, the body butters. Then I started designing the jars, and I started designing my lip balms like with the different clay pieces and string and things like that. But JohnRose was birthed at the lowest point of my life. I had never, ever not had electricity before because somebody didn't pay the bill. I had never, ever not been hungry before because I didn't put in the work that I was supposed to as an adult to make sure that I could still eat. Like that was the first time I really felt the consequences of my actions. You know what I'm saying? All that to say, JohnRose is my first baby. JohnRose, I didn't tell you about the name. JohnRose is my mother's maiden name. So my grandmother's maiden name is JohnRose. We hail from the island of Dominica. We have family in Guadeloupe. We actually have family all over the West Indies, but mostly Dominica and Guadeloupe. So, Guadeloupe. So, it was very important to me to have a tie, like a family tie to the name. And so, wow. I'm just thinking about like, yo, came a long way from making body butters on the stove using a hand mixer to melt down the coconut oil and the shea butter. I mean, my friend was giving me food stamps to go to the store to buy coconut oil, and we was scraping up quarters, nickels, and dimes for me to buy oils from the hair store. And it's like, we came such a long way. And so many people had so much vision for JohnRose that I didn't. And to this day, to be honest, still don't have. I know that JohnRose is cosmetics was definitely a foundation, definitely a stepping stone. It definitely had to teach me a lot. I had to go through what I went through for 5 years. 5 years, I went through a lot of failure. I just recently, about 6 months ago, came into the conclusion that my first business failed, as most people's do. Especially when you don't know what you're doing. Any and everything I know about business, I've learned from hands-on experience, watching videos, being in the right types of environments where I could learn, like being around other entrepreneurs, attending webinars, seminars, and things like that. That's mostly and experience. Experience is the best teacher. With that being said, I didn't really know what I was doing. So it's okay. I came to the conclusion that it's okay that, in a sense, JohnRose Cosmetics failed. Because when we come back, oh, baby, Fenty. Y'all think Fenty the hottest cosmetics?
We don't even acknowledge, what's her name? Kylie Jenner. We don't even, that's not competition to me.
Fenty is my competition. Shea Butter Moistures. Carol's Daughters. That's competition to me. Fenty, number one. Coming out of the gate. Swinging. Just like Rihanna introduced Fenty as a cosmetics line first, and then brought along the lingerie, and then brought along the men's lingerie. Same thing for me with JohnRose. I know that it takes a lot of money in order to get my business, to launch my business or relaunch JohnRose in the way that I want to. But that's also not my focus right now. Your business should be something that you can talk about sun up to sun down all day, every day. And right now, for me, that's motivation, encouragement, and nursing content. So that's mostly why you see those types of things on my channel, because that's real life shit that I've been through. Don't get me wrong, I love skincare, but you can get super niche down in that. And even one of my niches, nursing, is super niche down. So I don't, that's not my focus. That's not my passion. That's not my priority right now. Educating the nursing community about what's going on, and how to enhance their experiences as nurses. That is my priority. So that's what I'm learning. I'm ingesting, and I honestly need to be doing a better job. I need to be watching more videos. There's so much more content that I need to be producing. And I'm coming up out of a little funk. So it's coming. It's coming. I keep telling y'all it's coming, so it's coming. Anyway, today's JohnRose's birthday. And I'm so happy and I'm excited that when we relaunch, it's going to be epic. And there's so much more that comes with JohnRose and JohnRose Cosmetics other than skin, hair care. I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge the following people in this 5th year birthday of JohnRose. First of all, I have to shout out my grandmother, Agnes Thomas, because without her would be no JohnRose. I don't know who my great grandmother is or who started the lineage of JohnRoses, but shout out to y'all. Then my mom, yo. I told y'all in my B. Simone video, the last one. For most of my life, my mom made maybe $2,000 every month with 2 kids and all of her responsibilities. She is part of the reason why I grind like I do. She is one of my number one reasons why I grind and go hard as I do. Because I watched her make $2,000 worth. I watched her make $2,000 a month work for almost 18 years. When we were making COVID kits and everything like that for the beginning of the pandemic, when there were no masks and things, my mom was working from home. She was cutting out patterns. She was assembling kits. She was picking up, dropping off. My mom really hopped into it, and really showed up and showed out. So I appreciate you, Mom. I love you. The next person I have to shout out is Tina Terry, yo. Since about month 6 of JohnRose's existence, Tina was a ride or die. Every event I needed help with. Well, we only had one event, so I can't even say every event. But Tina was there through the whole process. JohnRose would not have been anywhere near successful as it was without the help of Tina. I'm talking about late night sessions. We up 24 hours trying to get product ready, shipping it out. She get off her 9 to 5 and come clock in at JohnRose and did not get paid. I absolutely must shout out Nature's Magic Touch. I'm not sure if my girl, my Kira, is still using that name, that title for whatever business venture she has going on right now. But I must absolutely positively shout out my girl, my Kira. We would not have stepped up our skincare game or elevated our skincare game without her help. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, and I'm gonna actually do another story time about this. I still owe that girl a couple $100 because she fronted me product and I still ain't paid for it. And you know that ain't how that would have went down in the streets. And it's been like 2 years. Not that I'm like bragging about it, but we'll talk about that later. But anyway, thank you so much, my Kira. Saquon Carter, my girl. I couldn't even put a title on all of the things that you have helped me do before, pre-JohnRose, during JohnRose, and post-JohnRose. I love you so much, and we are on the way to the top. If I didn't mention anybody's name, Danielle Keenell, one of my other good friends, one of my number one supporters when I first launched in Baltimore, Alexis Hall, another big supporter, has bought at least one of every single thing I own. I really can't think of anybody else, but I know that those are the people that had some of the biggest, most huge impacts on my business. Delia Weems, thank you so much for your support. Shout out to her business. Make sure y'all check out DW2 Prints for all your t-shirt printing needs and apparel printing needs. Najon motherfucking Jones, and I had to cuss like that. My girl, Najon Jones, has invested. Oh my God. Najon invested so much in my business. And I think I'm at a point now where I can share this. I hope you don't feel the type of way about this, Nene. And I'm about to get a little bit emotional about it because for almost a year, every month, Najon sent me $100. She sent me money and invested in my business for almost a year straight because that's how much she believed in me. That Black Friday sale that I'm going to do a story time about. I had spent my rent money buying product and paying for things for that sale. And I got down to my last balls and knuckles and I just was like, yo, if I could just pay for one more promotion, I'm pretty sure this would be it. And I called Nene and I asked her for the money and she sent it to me. Anytime I asked Nene for help pertaining to my business, she was there for me. So all the people I just named, these tears that I'm blinking back, they are for you. I love you. I appreciate every single one of y'all. I would not be where I am today because I'm really trying hard to cry on the internet. I feel like I do that enough. I really would not be where I am today anywhere near as successful as I am today if it were not for all of you. I love you all. I appreciate you all, my cousins. I cannot wait to get into the story time about the Black Friday sale. So make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe and turn those post notifications on so y'all can be on time for every single cousin car walk, sit down session, be on time for the kinfolk link up to my baby JohnRose. I love you so much. I would not be the woman I am today if I had never, ever gave birth to you. Thank you for allowing me to run with the vision, for never giving up on me. Like, I'm talking to my company because there are so many other people that I didn't think, and I'm talking to me too. Thank you for never giving up on me. Thank you for all that you taught me. And here's to the future. We coming back 10 times stronger. We still out. Oh, road to 1K. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Turn those post notifications on. Road to 1K by 5/14. Period. We still out.